Hello there. Today we're going to do a tasty vegetarian dish using the ready rice that I showed you how to make yesterday. In the wok I've got some oil which I've heated up. I'm adding 150 grams of mushrooms and 250 grams of sliced leek. So we're going to stir fry those. In the small saucepan I've got 25 grams of melted butter, so we're going to make a cheese sauce with that. So in this container here I've got 25 grams of plain flour, some salt and pepper and a quarter of a teaspoonful of dry mustard. So we'll tip those in. Now the essential thing you need when you're making a sauce is a whisk. So we'll stir the flour in with a whisk till all the lumps are mixed in. I'm going to simmer that for about 30 seconds. That's to cook the flour. That's the essential part, because if you don't do that when you're making a cheese sauce or any other sauce, your finished product will taste floury. This part here is called a roux, R-O-U-X. That's a French word for the mixture that you make basic sauces with. Nothing complicated about it. It's not rocket science. Anyone can do it. Stir up these vegetables. So this is simmering away nicely, as you can see. Needs to cook. So that's cooked down nicely now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 250 mils of milk. Just throw it in, no problem, as long as you've got a whisk. Then whisk it until it's smooth. Now that sauce needs to boil for about 30 seconds to thicken it. So we'll bring that up to the boil now as quickly as we can. The thing about YouTube is you don't have more than 10 minutes. And I think that's the same with any busy family. You'd never have more than 10 minutes to do anything. Leeks and mushrooms make a lovely, delicious combination. You can use any other vegetables you like, peppers, onions, peas, sweet corn, anything at all, anything you've got. Just fry it up until it's softened. No need to, cook it to death, just so that it's still got a little bit of crunch. Meanwhile, just keep stirring the sauce just to make sure it doesn't get lumpy. These are cooking down nicely now, as you can see. And the sauce is coming up to the boil. I've got here 100 grams of grated mature cheddar cheese. So what we're going to do, we're going to use half of this to make the sauce, and the rest we're going to sprinkle on top of the bake before we put it in the oven. And I've got the oven on at gas mark 5, which is 180. So we're all ready to go once this is put together. And then it will take about 20 to 30 minutes to bake in the oven. So as you can see now, these are all cooked down nicely. The sauce is coming to the boil. it's all looking good, and that's hot, so I need to be a bit careful. I'm going to turn these off now and put them in the dish. So in the baking dish here, I've got 2 portions of ready rice, which I've taken from the freezer and defrosted in the microwave for a couple of minutes. Just popped it in the dish. I'm going to pop these vegetables on top. The sauce is bubbling away now. Thickening up. Now I can see from that sauce that I need to add a little bit more milk. So it's just a touch thick, so I'll add a little bit more just to thin it down a bit. As you can see, it's no problem, anyone can make this sauce. If you can make this sauce, you can make pasta sauce for fish, you can make a sweet sauce such as rum sauce, you can make mushroom sauce. It's just a useful skill, and as you can see, it's so easy. So that's cooked now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to put in half of the cheese. The reason we turn off the heat is if you boil the sauce with the cheese in it, the cheese can go stringy. So we always turn off the heat, chuck the cheese in and stir it until it melts in. That's all melted in now. I'm going to pour this sauce over the rice and vegetables. Just get a spoon just to get all this lovely cheese sauce out. You might be wondering why we put mustard in the cheese sauce. That always helps to bring out the flavour of the cheese. And as always, if you're cooking, use a mature cheddar because there's much more flavour in it. Therefore you need less of it. So the next job now is just to combine all this so that it's all coated with the sauce. Now this is really, really filling and satisfying. It will serve, I would say, 3 to 4 people. If you serve it with a salad, you know, it really is satisfying because of the whole grain rice. Now the cheese sauce has cost, I would say, 80p. The leeks and the mushroom have cost about 90p, and the rice has cost 12p. So for less than £2 there, you've got a very filling, satisfying vegetarian dish. Bake it for 20 to 30 minutes in the oven, medium heat, mark 5 gas, and turn it round halfway through the cooking. I'm going to sprinkle this cheese on top. There you go, leeks and mushrooms in cheese sauce, ready to go in